Howdy, everybody. Alright then, welcome to a Saturday live stream. Now, I don't really want to live stream today, but I want to talk about something that happened on this debate, basically, with Eric July and some random guy on Twitter. Now, basically, the is on Young Ripper's channel. It's almost an hour. Now, I watched most of it. Reason why I could not watch the full thing was because I was watching this live. I was watching this when this was live, which was last night. This is just the cut version of that. And as I was watching it live, my laptop had a lot of issues. I had so many issues. It kept buffering for some reason. Anytime when I want to watch something important, it buffers. And then, I went to pee. It took a while. So, yeah, basically, I missed on certain parts of it. But I just want to say that this is a very interesting debate. And, I picked up a lot of parts where I have to say that this guy, Eric, is debating. The guy is just trying to be rude, trying to be disingenuous, and is trying to be very much of the okay, Rippaverse bad and everything else good. That's what the guy comes out as. Because if you just listen to this entire stream, that's what you're gonna hear. Now, let me just put this down. I'm charging it, by the way, so it is gonna be a bit strange. I'm sorry. Let me just check out ISOM. I mistakenly misspelled it. ISOM. Okay, so I'm charging this tablet with ISO. There we go. ISOM. I am charging this tablet with my laptop. Obviously, something is definitely wrong with this tablet when it comes to different charge. I've tried multiple chargers. I've even tried my regular one I've been using for quite a while. It just doesn't work anymore. Keeps having connection issues. Even when it comes to my when it comes to my SIM card, guess what? I thought my SIM card was the problem. No, it was actually this device all along. Kept giving me issues. Okay, now there's one thing I want to talk about that happens in this debate, and it really got me. It really pierced my skin. Now, the guy Eric was debating, I don't know his name. I don't know his name at all. Basically a Twitter weirdo. And then he brings up this. He brings up this description. It brings up this description. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh crap. I always press something or move something too fast. Now it brings up this description. Um, you know, and this part over here. If you check the website, you know what I'm talking about. It's just this last two sentences. So we have, but after responding to a call from his sister, some violent altercations ensue, and has Avery reconsidering his approach. What happened? Grab ISOM issue 1 to find out. I kid you not. I kid you not. Okay, this guy was trying to mock Eric. It kept repeating this. It kept repeating this. Not in the full sentence, but he kept repeating it and trying to mock Eric. More than 5-6 times he kept repeating it. It was so insane. It seemed that the guy is literally out of his mind. I kid you not. This does not sound normal. Okay? This guy just kept repeating the sentence and was giggling about it. Now, look, coming from a writer's perspective, coming from a creator's perspective, you can't give the entire story out. Eric wants to keep the story secret. And obviously, when he mentioned the sentence, the guy was trying to make a mockery of this because the guy is taking it literally. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say? He's taking it literally. Okay, the guy is trying to make the comic about about Avery getting a phone call when it's more than just that. This is a short description. This is a short description. This is a short description, and this description, this sentence, this two sentences over here, These two sentences, guess what? They're trying to push the story forward, the bridge to the conflict. This is the bridge to the conflict. This is the character description. This is the bridge to the conflict. Why is it so difficult for people to understand that? Why? It's just so revolting. Honestly, okay? This is the bridge to the conflict, you know? Avery gets a call from his sister, and then some violent altercations ensue. Uh, so, it's like the bridge to the conflict, okay? And the guy is trying to make it seem as if Eric, uh, Eric is trying to tell a story about the guy getting a phone call, and he keeps giggling about that. It was so difficult. It was so difficult to listen to this guy. This guy was trying to also have gotchas. It was trying to basically weasel out and try and say, got you. It was trying to do that. It did rage quit at the end, which was crazy because this guy stood a long time. Honestly, I'm surprised he never quit earlier because Eric kept, breaking his points left and right, you know. This guy asked Eric, name his 5 favorite comics, and then Eric said, well, he doesn't read comics now. And then the guy murmured something. He murmured something. He never said it in a full proper word, a full proper sentence. He never said it in a full proper sentence. And then Eric said what? Because he did not hear him clearly. And then the guy was like, "Oh, got you. You don't even know what you're talking about." I kid you not. That's what the guy was saying. He was trying to make Eric look like a fool. But Eric did not even hear what the guy said in the first place because he keeps freaking murmuring, honestly. So then he repeats his sentence, and then Eric just gives an entire speech about the comics he used to read back in the day. He mentioned more than 5. He mentioned a lot more. He was talking about things that happened, things he liked, the comics he read, and this was amazing. Because the guy was assuming that Eric never read a comic book before whatsoever. And then when it comes to uh, Ben Shapiro, now listen, there's a lot you can disagree with Ben Shapiro on, but basically he was in this um, um, podcast convention, if you want to call it that. I don't know the full name of it. So Ben Shapiro was there, and just remember, Daily Wire is pretty much a podcast. If you think of it, they have a lot of podcasts. The number 6, okay, that's a big number when it comes to podcasts. Okay, so yeah, people were offended by that, by Ben's presence, even though Ben did no such debates. He just took pictures. That's all he did, and he walked out. That's literally what happened, And then the podcast company said, "Oh well, we're not going to let them come again," and blah 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 stuff like crap like that. It was so saddening because, you know, these people are just afraid of Ben Shapiro. They call him the worst things. Oh crap! I clicked the wrong stuff again. Don't you just love it when you click the wrong stuff? Do you guys like mouse like this, the laptop mouse, or do you guys like the clicky mouse like this one? You can't even see it because it's so dark. But I like both. The reason why I don't use this one that much is because I have no space on this. Because when I used to use that mouse, I have to put my hand on this table. I have to stretch, let me just unplug this. I have to stretch over here and use it. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good because then like I'm stretching my arm so close to this. I don't like that. Personally, I don't like this mouse either, but I have to use it because it's much better when it comes to space. I used to have another mouse, a wireless mouse. It lasted for like years. I purchased it back in 2017, and I remember how amazing it was. Um, Honestly, it stopped working around last year, but it was so good because I can actually use it anywhere without the cable. The problem with this is the cable. It's the freaking cable with that mouse. I don't like the cable mouses because it just gets in the way. Okay, why did I start talking about mouse? Okay, regardless, I'm happy that Eric really schooled that dude, But the fact that the dude was whining about Ben Shapiro, calling him alt right, and let me be very clear over here as well. Many racist people don't like um, you know Ben's religion. They don't like browns. They don't like blacks. They don't like anything at all. So why do people always like to kind of connect Ben with all of these racist movements? It doesn't make sense whatsoever. The dude is a freaking Jew for crying out loud. Honestly, okay, the dude loves Israel. Okay, a lot of people, especially on the far right. Okay, when I'm talking about far right, I'm talking about actual Yahtzees. Okay, I'm talking about those people. And guess what? Um, they don't like Ben. They don't like a lot of people. So, yeah, to call Ben that is kind of silly. You can disagree with his opinions no matter what, but the point is to call him that is kind of crazy because he's not one of those people, you know. Anyways, moving on. But let's not be surprised because these people uh, always stereotype anyone on the right as Yazis or alt-right because they've been doing it for years. So it's more easier for them to just label someone a Yahtzee and move on with their life than to anything else because they don't want to go through these other people's topics. They don't want to classify us as conservative or whatever. They don't want to classify us as good people, but they don't think of us as good people. So they lump everyone together as Yahtzees. They live in their own little hive mind, and they've been doing so for years. You know, I've said this in the past as well, plenty of times. Maybe not in this channel, but they always like stereotyping anyone on the right. And that doesn't make sense whatsoever. You know, and I want the right to not stereotype the left because the left is not the same screeching SJWs anymore. It's more complex than that. And honestly, we can still disagree with them, but we should not be stereotyping them so much unless when it comes to comedy, because when you stereotype them in real life, you you aren't really changing that much because you kind of dilute your own arguments because you have to look at these people for what they are. Many of these SJWs aren't the same. They aren't the pink-haired weirdos as we've known them to be anymore. Many of them have matured. Many of them are so different. Many of them are more younger now. The young SJWs, my generation. Many of them don't have the pink and purples and all the other stuff. Many of them have these. I'm sure many of you all have seen them. They look very uncanny. Um, they always have these strange YouTube channels with 100K, 200K, 300K subscribers. They always poke fun at anyone, anyone at all. Mostly are targeting Jordan Peterson, just because, not really diving in his arguments, but mostly targeting him. You know, most of them are young. You can tell that they're young. They have this strange aesthetic in the background. This wasn't a thing back in 6, 7 years ago of YouTube. Okay, I'm just saying that um, I'm just saying that we're dealing with more different types of people than we were back in the day. Back in the day, we dealt with these crazy haired people. That's literally it. That's literally it. Now, um, now it's more complex, and you should not stereotype them in in the old way or whatever, because the left keeps doing that. Why do I keep talking about this? Sorry, sorry, I went on this tangent. Tangerines. Okay, so regardless of whatever I was saying, the guy brought up Ben. Then the guy started talking about comic skate. Now, let's talk about comic skate because I had no idea when this came out. I'm not a comic skate historian, you know, because most of these things are just like everything. Have you heard of uh what Watergate? I don't even know what that is. I think that's political, but we have Gamergate, we have like a lot of gates these days. Uh, regardless, um, I'm just trying to say that there's so much going on, and it's hard to take knowledge of everything. Eric doesn't know that much of comic skates, and the guy kept trying to say he was comic skate. He was part of that community, you know. it's kind of crazy to see how these people just go and watch the debate if you have time, because it's just an hour. Maybe you can play some games while you watch it, because I was playing some video games as I was watching it as well. It's just so crazy when you listen to this type of stuff, because the guy kept trying to the guy kept um, trying to basically paint a paint a bad picture of Eric, you know, and it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, you know, and we clearly know that, we can clearly see that what the guy is trying to do is just so disingenuous. Anyways, enough about that. I think I've ranted 15 minutes. It felt like 15 hours. Um, oh wow, look at the sky. Look at that guy. Look at the ground. I like it. I like it. It's almost in fact, I think winter's over. I don't even know if winter's over. I forgot the the seasons. I forgot. I'm so sorry. You know, um, this is just so difficult. I'm sorry. Oh wow. Anyways, it's time to talk about ice cream. Okay, no, not ice cream. I'm not really feeling it for ice cream today. Um, I haven't eaten ice cream in such a long time. Maybe a couple months. You know, that's just how long it's been. I'm just so hungry for ice cream. Good ice cream, not not anything terrible. Good ice cream, which basically is like Magnum. Mm. Okay, so all right then. All right, so we have a lot to talk about. But yeah, I don't feel for ice cream when it comes to the tub ice cream. I'm not feeling it. Maybe stick ice cream is kind of okay, but tub ice cream or the bucket ice cream, that's just too much, because then you need to have a bowl. I don't have a bowl. Well, I do, but I don't like to eat from a bowl. I like to eat from a plate. I always ate ice cream from a plate, and then the problem with that was it always melted. And then when it comes to cones, we can't keep cones because they always get stale every single week. You know, we purchase a 32 pack and they always get stale. They always get stale, and they're flavorless. So you're basically eating dry, sugarless uh, cones. You know, that's all what cones are these days. Yes, there are some fancy ones like the bowl versions, but the bowls, it's just so expensive. Things are so expensive these days. Uh, things are so expensive. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because these days everything costs an arm, a leg, a lung, a nose, you know, everything is so costly. So, okay, we have okay, now this is kind of cheap. This is cheap. I'm not gonna lie, this is cheap. But I feel like this is very cheaply made. That's why it's gonna be cheap. The good quality stuff is gonna be like so expensive. Okay, so this is the best online site if you are South African, because they sell a lot of phones, a lot of technology, a lot of interesting stuff. Okay, let's see, ice cream. I don't think they sell ice cream tubs or whatever, but still. Oh, ice cream cones. I should have searched that. As you can see, we have ice cream sweets, uh, ice cream conditioner. What the heck is that? Whipped cream. I never had whipped cream in such a long time because it's so expensive. Look at this. Okay, not so expensive, but still, with that amount of money, I can buy like 2 or 3 loaves of bread. So, you know, is it really worth it? No. What else? There's ice cream maker, but this is kind of interesting. I expected it to be like 10,000 because things are always expensive. Hershey's. Oh, I never had that before. We have this one. This is an interesting ice cream maker. This is cool. I like this because it's a scraper. You put this in the freezer and then you take it out and then you put ice milk or cold milk or even warm milk, I guess, and then you can just shave it up. But I rather just purchase ice cream. Okay, what other types of ice cream are there? Okay, let's just search for cones because it's just so freaking expensive, honestly. I doubt I'll find a cheap one over here. And plus, they get stale so fast. Oh, no. I'm getting the sports cones. Oh my goodness. I should have been more specific. Ice cream cones. Here we go. I'm always not that specific. Okay. Nope, not getting anything. Not getting anything. They have ice cream tub packs. What is this? Oh, okay, it's one of those polystyrene ones. Mostly for anniversaries or weddings, you might find those type of tubs. It's fine, but I don't want to eat from that. I want to eat from a cone because a cone is flavored food. No, flavored no, of course it's a food. Of course it's a food. Cones are flavored sticks if you want to think about it because if you add it on a regular stick, if you had ice cream on a regular stick, you can't eat the stick. But with a cone, you can have extra food, basically. Okay. Um, I guess I'm not gonna find anything good. What else can I search for? Let's check up. Puzzles. Now, they sell quite a lot of interesting toys over here as well. But then again, I don't want to purchase too much toys. I have a lot. And sometimes I always backtrack my thoughts. Sometimes I feel like I should buy something, and then after I purchase it, I have regrets. It always happened to me. So, okay. We have a Justice League mini jigsaw. That's cool. We have underwater. We have, oh, this one is cute. This one's very cute. It's basically a farm. No, no, not farm. Well, is it? Okay, it is. It is a farm. My bad. I can't even tell things properly. We have a beautiful savanna. Look at that. That's beautiful. I live near a nature reserve, but I never saw any animal in it. I've heard there's zebras in the nature reserve, but I never saw one in real life. I've always saw them in pictures and videos, but I never saw them in real life. Oh, this one's kind of cool. It's a dinosaur. That's cool. 100 pieces, and look at the price for 100 pieces. That's kind of cool. I did buy puzzles from this company, RGS Group. I did buy puzzles. I have two puzzles from that company. Both are very much large puzzles, 1,500 and 2,000 pieces puzzles. And I never really finished them because I have no space. We have unicorn. Oh, that's cute. I think I should get this one. I think I should get this one. Unicorn and princess. That's cute. Plus, look at the price. It's kind of cute. What else? We have. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. Lions. Oh, this is something I need to get. A mat for the puzzles so I can roll it up and store it because honestly, I have no space. I can't make it on the floor because I can lose pieces. I can't make it on the bed because I will also lose pieces and I might also smash pieces. So I feel like I need a mat or something so I can actually keep all the pieces together without without dissembling the puzzle. Okay, so what else? There's a lot of stuff, honestly. Let's check. Um, okay, let's see what they have for Monster Hunter. Things might change, so. Oh, they still have it for PlayStation. Oh wow, it's actually for a cheap price, compared to what I bought it for. I bought it for like a couple of hundreds extra, When the game was out, it was for 1,000 rands, basically $60, and the next year it was off. So, sometimes you got to wait a couple of years just so you can purchase it. There's a lot of action figures, which is cool, but I have no space for those action figures. Like, this will be amazing to have, but then where am I gonna put it? I have no shelf, you know? I don't just want to bring things for no reason. Um, what else? I need to get stories too. I need to get stories too. What else? What else? Oh, here we go. Iceborne. Iceborne. I have the steelbook for this game, so it's amazing. Let me show you. I have the steelbook. As you can see, I like steelbooks because they're very comfortable to hold and they're very valuable. It feels very valuable compared to the regular plastic covers. What else we have? Okay, we have some other stuff. Okay, that's cool. So, honestly, they have a lot of content, but still, wow, Rise is still going for this price. You know, Personally, I think Rise is a good game, but honestly, it's not the best Monster Hunter game. There's some better Monster Hunter games out there, but it's a pretty fun game for your Nintendo Switch. What else can I search for? I don't know. It's just so hard for me to get into video games, a lot of video games these days. There's not much hype for them anymore, mostly because every time a video game comes out, you know it's going to be woke, you know it's going to be terrible. So I don't really get so hyped for stuff like that anymore. It's not fair, especially to the customers, it's not fair. So what else can I search for? How about chocolates? How about chocolates? Okay, let's see what we get. Cadbury Dreams, 24, white chocolate. I don't like white chocolate. I think white chocolate is pointless. It's not that fun. I never had this. Ooh, this is new, right? I'm assuming. It's basically Bourneville. What the heck is Bourneville? I don't know. We have Nestle Quality Street. Basically, chocolates and toffees. That sounds yummy. And look at the price. That's kind of cool. We have mini choco block, slabs, Mentos. Ooh, that's good. That's good. I love the fruity Mentos because it's just so chewy. It's so good. Um, we have Nestle's Passions, Oreo, and uh, Arrow Bits. Basically, miniature chocolates and miniature. Is that biscuits? Yeah, I'm assuming. Sneakers. Never had sneakers in such a long time. The Villiers Milk and Dark Chocolate Bar. I never had this. I'm assuming this is basically local by judging off the name because this sounds like a very Afrikaans name, you know? M&Ms. I had caramel M&Ms last year, which I never had before, and it tasted okay. I'm not a huge fan of caramel, but sometimes it's worth trying out. Mentos candy rolls. We have, ooh, what's this? Sweet Talk. Never had this. I had Twix. I had the mini ones last year. It's good. It's really good. We have slabs, more slabs, Ferrero Rocher. Now this is what I want to try. Basically, these little dip sticks. That's amazing. I never had that in such a long time. Especially one that's themed of Nutella. That's good. We have caramel nibbles. That's disgusting. We have Lindt dark chocolate. I had Lindt popping candy. It was amazing. More Mentos. Toblerone minis. That's cool. Um, okay, more Mentos. Tim Tam. I never had Tim Tam. I would like to try it out. I would like to try it out. Kisses. I've had a kiss. Not real kiss, but these kisses. I had birthday cake flavor and it was not that good. 12. I never had this. So much of chocolates, Mars. It's been so long since I've eaten Mars. Uh, okay. What's this? This is interesting. This is interesting. Arrow, uh, baking chocolate. I want to try this out because look at the price. That's kind of affordable. We have Kit Kat. I'm tired of Kit Kat. I'm so tired of Kit Kat. Eclairs. I like eclairs. If you don't know what eclairs are, I'm sure some of y'all do know. But eclairs are basically, how do I put it? Toffee, you know? And inside there's chocolate. Inside there's chocolate. And when you bite it, the chocolate squeezes out and it pours inside your mouth. It's so delicious. Never had Pop Tarts before. That's something I want to try out. Chocolate chip and cookie dough. Okay, that's something I want to try out. Okay, I would like to try that out. Bounty. I like Bounty. Bounty tastes a lot like Nikki, but honestly, um, they're more smaller than Nikki chocolates. And let me show you Nikki. Nikki. Basically, chocolates and coconut. It's so good. It's just so good. Okay, I got the wrong search result because I'm not so specific. Okay, here we go. This one. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love this chocolate. I love it. I love it. It's so good. Oh, you spelled it with 1K. I thought there was 2Ks. It's been a while since I've eaten this, but it's so good. It's so good, honestly. I wish, there's more good chocolates that come out. I don't want the same things over and over, but, Beacon can make some really good chocolates. Beacon has made a lot of good chocolates and sweets. Jelly babies. Personally, uh, jelly babies, it's very hard to bite because they're very squishy and you can't just bite them so well. And chewing them is very hard and it's very hard to get the flavor out them. Even wine gums, you can't even get all the flavor out. Um, but they sell wine gums in long rolls, which is also kind of cool. Lollipops. I grew up eating this lollipop. It's so good. It's very small, very cheap if you buy it separately. But those were the long days. Maybe the price has changed for buying it separately. But basically, inside these fizz pops, inside these lollipops, there will be powdered sugar, you know? And it was so messy when you bite into it because it falls everywhere. Fruit juice. I never had this, so that's kind of interesting. Maynard's original wine gums, licorice. Not a fan of licorice because it doesn't taste so good. It does not taste so good. We have fizz pop apple flavored. That's cool. Uh, Wonder Bar. This is just plain chocolate. This is just plain chocolate, and I love it. Fizzer. This gets stuck on your teeth. That's the problem with this one. No matter what flavor it is, it always gets stuck on top of your crowns, in between the gaps of your teeth. It's not so good to eat personally. Um, Now this is something I want to have because I never had Easter eggs this year. Did not have Easter eggs at all. So I would like to have this. Jelly tots, that's cool. Wonder Bar, mint. That mint is good. Never had this. Jelly teddies. I had that. It's much more better than the jelly babies, but not so much of a major difference. We also have popping. Okay, that's something I want to try out. I never had before. Jelly tots, popping candy. That's something I want to try out because I like popping candy. I love the lint popping candy. I love regular popping candy. It's just I never had this one before. The jelly tot version. We have Fizzer Strawberry, Maynard's Fruit Pastels. This is cool, but the problem with that is just way too sweet. Fizz Pop. We have TV Bar. TV Bar is the best chocolate, one of the best chocolates in the entire world. Okay, I know that's a major statement, but it's just so good. There's even a white chocolate version, which is not that good, to be fair, but the regular version is so good. Cream soda flavored fizz pop. That's cool, but still, it gets stuck in your teeth. Mint Imperials. Basically, little mint sweets. Very hard to chew, and it's very minty. Um, Mini fizzes. TV bar slab. Nosh. Never had that in such a long time. But I'm sure it possibly is delicious. Jelly beans. I love jelly beans. When I was a kid, I thought jelly beans were cockroach eggs. I know, kind of disgusting, but they kind of looked like that, you know? Uh, Pure milk slab, that's good. This is the white chocolate. I don't like TV bar white. It doesn't taste good. We have nougat. Basically, this is the best. This is the best. Okay, especially because the size. There's like such large versions of that. It's so good, especially if you like nuggets. Um, we have Wonderbar nuts. That's cool, but I'm not a fan of nuts because they always get stuck inside my teeth. They were very hard to get rid of. Smoothies. These were so good sweets. Growing up, I had to eat so many of these sweets. I had so many of them, and there were multiple flavors. There was mint, there was, I think there was cherry, I can't remember. There was lychee, I remember. I love the grape one because it was pretty rare to have. What's this? What's this? Minions. Okay, so basically there's a Minions theme marshmallows. These are the regular marshmallows you can find any store. They're very good, very puffy. If I eat too much marshmallows, I get sick. But if you actually put the marshmallows over a braai stand or a BBQ stand, we don't say BBQ, we say braai, but put it over one of those stands, it basically melts and the sweetness is doubled, which is incredible. Never had this. I don't think so. Maybe, maybe not. I can't remember. Ooh, what's this? Basically double flavor of sticky candy. No, thank you. Oh, I really wish I could eat more of these chocolates, but unfortunately my time has come. My teeth is ebbing away, so obviously, it's gonna really suck. We have slabs of Nikki. Honestly, I wish I can eat slabs all day long. There's jelly tots chocolates. That's amazing. Uh, Blue buzz. I'm guessing that's blueberry or something like that. We have some good chocolates. Forest fruits. I think I had something like this. There was so much of nuts and raisins inside it. It tasted okay, but it was just so hard to eat. Um, Okay. Well, we also have this dark chocolate TV bar. That's something I barely had. I would like to try that out. We have this one, Whoopie Strawberry. Basically, it's the marshmallow, but coated with chocolate. Pretty okay. Jelly jerseys. I remember having this. They were very sticky. They stuck together very well. It was not so fun to eat. Lychee smoothies. These were the basic smoothies you could find anywhere in the store. You go to the school tuck shop, you'll mostly find these smoothies, you know, because they were so basic. They were the basic flavors. Back in the day. They were so good. Bubblegum flavored marshmallows. I would like to try that out. Ooh, Twister marshmallows. I remember having like different brands of Twister marshmallows. So good. What's this? Non-licorice. I would like to try that out as well because it says non-licorice. So basically licorice, but it's not. Toasted coconut marshmallow. That's the best. That is the best marshmallow ever. But if you eat too much of any marshmallows, you feel sick. You feel so sick. Um, and that's the problem with eating marshmallows. You just want to vomit. Okay, so enough about chocolates. Okay, so let's look for braai stands. Now, um, other countries they call it barbecue. I, I don't know why it's called barbecue. I don't know, but over here we call it braai. Braai. Um, so it's much different. So yeah, look at this stand. That's amazing. Charcoal. I don't like gas. I don't like gas stoves. I don't like gas braai stands because gas is something you can't really play with a lot. It's one of those things where you have to be careful because, it's very flammable. So I'd rather not have that. I'd rather have regular charcoal instead and light it up with a match and paper. Playing with gas is not so good. A lot of these are charcoal, which is good. We have something like this. Our stand is something like this. It's okay, but I always like the gimmicky ones. I always like stuff like this because it has extra space, So if I wanna fry something, maybe one side can be for smaller meat and the other could be for steak. We can kill two birds with one stone. Charcoal braai stand. Let's look at these images. That looks amazing. That's beautiful. So I can braai something over here, and over here I can do something else. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Honestly, it'll just save so much time, you know? But it's not about time, it's about the experience with the braai. Because we only have braai once a year, okay? Once a year. And that may seem as a bad thing, but it's a very special thing to be fair. Oh, look at the price. No, thank you. That's an arm and a leg. No, thank you. That's so expensive. Anything else? Hmm. I don't like these ones. I know they're much smaller, but still, it's not the best because it's just way too small. I want something a bit big. I'm all about size. I'm all about the size. Speaking of size, what else can you look for? Am I the only one really tired of pools? Because because I don't swim. I don't swim. When I look for houses online, when I just window shop online, window shopping, but you actually doing it online instead of going to the stores instead and shopping. Basically, when I search for multiple houses, I just don't like when they have pools. I don't like that because it takes so much space from the yard, you know? They have big pools everywhere, and those pools are just so terrible because if you purchase that place, you have to clean it up. If I don't want to swim, too bad, you gotta still clean it up. Let's not forget my biggest fear, an alligator ending up in the pool, you know? If anyone watched the movie Alligator, you know what I'm talking about. There was this one scene where children were playing pirates and walking on a diving board, and then the alligator was inside the pool, and then you know, I don't want to describe the scene because it's so scary. Let me set the scene. I don't know if I'll get copyrighted. What scene is it? Pool. This was the most scariest scene in the entire movie. Where is it? This one. This one. They were paste. Okay, this one. I'm sorry for the terrible quality. This is not my quality. I have a proper quality for my movie. Yeah, yeah. No, no, thank you. This is why I don't want pools at all, because alligators will freaking be there. And, alligators can find their way. Um, Alligators can find their way to your pools. Okay, it happened plenty of times. I don't want that. I don't want that. Okay, look how scary this is. I don't want that. I'm terrified. Okay, I'm so terrified. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I have the movie right over here. Part 1 and 2. Part 1 is the best. Part 2 is terrible. Do not watch part 2. If you want to watch something boring to make yourself fall asleep, then you watch part 2. Because part 1 is the best. Part 2 is so censored. I'm not talking about editing. I'm not talking about someone edited the censorship. No, no. I meant it was literally made with censorship in the idea. You barely saw the alligator. You barely saw any blood. It was so boring. It was so freaking boring. I'm not joking. Part 1 is the best. Part 2 is terrible. So, here we have part 1. Look at the cover. That's beautiful. Then we have part 2. Part 2 is supposed to be about a bigger alligator, but apparently it was so bad, honestly. It's just such a good movie. The first one's such a good movie. Not many people talk about this. I watched this when I was a kid, so yeah, I was pretty terrified. What else do I have in this drawer? Okay. Ooh, what's this? This was my old PC game long ago. We had this big, bulky computer back in the day. Back in like the early 2000s, we had this giant computer. You know, it was a white computer, you know, white keyboard and everything, white mouse and everything. And this was the game we had for it. It was such a fun game. It still works slightly, but it's not the best, you know? What else do we have? A lot of video games. Let me just pop this up because I have a lot of Xbox games to show you. Okay, so there's a couple more I have to pull out. So I never finished this game. In this specific game, you can choose the side between the aliens or the humans. I'm an idiot. I chose the aliens. And guess what? You don't have the best weapons. Made a big mistake. But the game was very good looking. It was beautiful. I also have the PSP version. PSP version is way different. Not that fun compared to this. This is so good. This is like the best experience ever. It's so good. I bought this for like a cheap price, you know? As you can see, it's like... Okay, you can't see it so clearly, but for 100 rands. Back then, it was pretty cheap because games were so expensive. FIFA 14, this came with my Xbox 360. This came with my Xbox 360. This game, I kid you not, I cried in the store for this game. When I was a kid, I saw this on the shelves in the store, and I cried for it because I did not get it. So I cried for it, and I got it. The game sucks, I'm sorry, but the game was so bad. I played a lot of Dragon Ball Z games, saw a lot of Dragon Ball Z games, but this one is not the best. Now this one, I wish I gave it more time. I really wish I gave this one more time because the amount of characters in this game it's insane. It's so insane because you get movie villains. Most games don't have movie villains. Most games don't have all of the movie villains, and the graphics is out of this world. Honestly, so good. We have this one, Generations. This was a fun game as well, but honestly, Storm 3 is the best. I have Storm 3 for my Nintendo Switch, and honestly, it's cool. But this one is the hardest game in, I'm assuming, all of the Storm games put together. It's so fun. So fun. Anything else? I'm sure I have other stuff as well. Yep, I also have a couple more stuff. I'm assuming. I think so. Let me look for it. Okay, I also have Need for Speed. I also have Need for Speed, but it's somewhere in this. Okay, I have Need for Speed. What else do we have over here? Okay. This has turned into a very fun video. This is my old Oculus. No, well, not Oculus. It's just a VR headset. I got this back in 2017. I can't even pull it up. It still works. It's just that, the straps broke. I can just connect it back. But you need a good phone to fit inside it. I need to get a proper phone, you know? I can't fit this tablet inside because it's way too big. But it's amazing. The VR headset is amazing. I got that December of 2017, and that was so amazing, you know? How am I gonna squeeze this in now? Oh wow. Okay, gonna put this like that. Yeah, this is just a mess of a drawer. I'm very sorry. What other things do I have on my other drawer? Oh, right. Look at this. My old PSP. It's so small. It is so small. Honestly, it's so small. I can't believe I used to play on this. This was like such a normal thing back in the day to play on this. The X button started to fall out. If you can see, it's very loose compared to the rest of the buttons. It's just loose. The button doesn't work anymore. But this doesn't come on itself. But honestly, you can see how dirty this is because all of the sweat from my hand. Oh, this was so good to play with it. What's inside here? Nothing. The first game I played on this was a SpongeBob game. Second game was Monster Hunter. Honestly, it's such a cool experience. Honestly, I wish this still worked because I'm so much better at games now than I was back in the day. So I can obviously beat a lot of the old games and win. There were so many games I had, you know? Hold on. Let me just check this up. Put this back inside. What else do I have? There's a lot of stuff in this top drawer, by the way. Um, I got this back in 2018. So that's kind of cute. Once again, I told the story 100 times, but I actually ordered um, a bunny outfit. Not a actual bunny outfit, but you know the one, you know the naughty one? Yeah. It came with bunny ears. But unfortunately, I never got my order. Never got my order at all. So I think maybe I have to reorder. Here we go. This is the Monster Hunter World that I purchased back in 2019. As you can see, the cover is beautiful. It looks much better without the camera quality. It's so beautiful. I like the cover of this. I like it. It's very colorful. So I hope that Capcom makes a colorful design uh for the next Monster Hunter game. Still have it. Still have it. So very beautiful. I wonder if this DVD, not DVD, this CD. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. I keep mixing up my words. I wonder if this CD can fit into an Xbox Series because I know Monster Hunter World is also available on that console, but will this specific disc fit in in the console is something I want to know. I should try it out when I purchase it. But once again, the game is beautiful. The game is beautiful. Um, and just playing this without Iceborne is also a different experience altogether. Really appreciate this. Um, okay, let me just put this back. Okay. Anyways, what else can I show you? There's not much I can actually show you because I guess there's so much of clutter inside my drawers. Okay, we're back. There's so much of clutter inside my drawers, so it's like, what's the point? Once again, this scene was terrifying. Just looking at it sends fear down my spine. Plus, the music is very frightening. This is one of the reasons why I don't want a pool. Also because it's going to be so difficult to clean. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to clean. Um, okay. What else do I have over here? Okay, just gonna pause that. Busy on a hunt. So I don't want to play with anything of that right now. As you can see, I don't want to see this in my pool ever. So it's best not to have a house with a pool or cover it up, because I don't want that. I don't want that. Swimming is not a necessity. Okay, we land creatures. Okay, that's enough about that. Where's my glasses? Oh my goodness, it's all the way on the other side. It's all the way there. Ah, I have to go walk and march. Okay, I'm back. Got my glasses. It seems like a lengthy journey, but honestly, it's pretty cool. Okay, um, what else can we talk about? So I mentioned this. Let me close this. I don't want to look at this. I don't want to look at this at all. Okay, so I want to be very honest. When it comes to DLCs, I'm slowly getting annoyed with it. Especially when it comes to like even when it comes to like just clothing, when it comes to clothing or costumes, why not have it in the game in the first place? You know? I understand that Capcom is trying to do something different. I understand, but I'd rather not have it as DLC at all. I'm sorry, but I miss the days when everything was there in the game, you know? And look, Capcom can at least okay, okay, look. Hear me out. I don't mind pre-order bonuses. I don't mind pre-order kits like this one. It's a deluxe kit. You can only get it if you bought the special edition or whatever. But once again, when it comes to regular DLCs like this is something you're gonna pay for. To pay for a couple of layered armor and gestures. I'm sorry, and stickers as well. Holy crap! Do you really want to pay for all these type of stickers and face paints? I'm sorry, I don't want that. Like voice, maybe I'll pay for it, but everything else, I rather not. I rather have it for free, or you can make it with a mission. You know, you can tie it up with a mission, so I can complete the mission and receive certain items. I just don't like the way things are going. I know they're not charging you for every single thing you do in the game, but these type of stuff can actually be for um, these type of things can actually be for uh, the, the the event quests. Every Thursday they give event quests and they give a special item as a reward. But these things can also be special items as well. So I don't really see why should I purchase this. I'm getting to a point where I really want games to stop overcharging things. Look, if they want to make merchandise, that's totally fine because that's separate content. But when you have so much DLCs, it's to a point where you don't want to even purchase it. You think it's just too silly, you know? I'm getting to that point. I think we gamers need to have a higher standard. I don't mind when it comes to pre-order bonuses or whatever. For now, I'm sure I will change my opinion on that in the forthcoming years. But when it comes to like content like this, these are something that's not in the game, but it could have been in the game. They don't change the game in any way at all. But still, why do I have to pay for all this? Why can't I have it with the event quest? And I hope that games from now on stop using this type of DLC stuff. If you want to make extra money, sell T-shirts, sell merchandise, sell plushies. Capcom does this, but I still don't think they should be doing this type of stuff like this when it comes to their games because it's just to a point where I don't want this anymore. It's not about art anymore. It's not about fun. It's all about money. If you play any old Monster Hunter game, there was no DLC. There was no paid for DLCs when it came to stuff like this. If you wanted a layered armor, you had to. Obviously, now layered armor is a thing, but okay, let's just say if you wanted, I don't know, anything at all, face paint or whatever, I'm sure you would have obviously gotten it if this was the old days of gaming. I kid you not. If this was the old days of gaming, all of this stuff over here would have been in the game. All of this type of stuff would have been in the game, or would have been with event quests. You won't need to purchase it separately. So I think it's time for us gamers to start obviously saying no, you know, because I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of being overcharged. Okay? Sick and tired of being overcharged. Like, look at this. They can just give it to us. They can just give it to us, you know? And some people may think that, oh, it's just, it's just them trying to earn extra money. But if they want to earn extra money, then why not sell separate merchandise? You know? Because I'm at a point where I think I think games should start focusing on the customer instead of overcharging them, I think that's a major point. So maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But I'm just saying, when it comes to voices, maybe I'll accept it being paid for. But when it comes to everything else, like why, why, why do I have to pay for a couple of stickers? Maybe character edit vouchers I'll pay for, but everything else, like I'm not gonna pay. I don't want to pay for gestures. I'm sorry. Even layered armor. Why can't you just give it to me as an event reward? You know? Why? That's just my opinion. I think gamers have been really getting the shit end of the stick these days. And I know this is just uh, customization options. You don't need this to win the game. But still, the fact that they're charging it in the first place it shows that, hey, gamers are being treated like this. Like just pay for so much of things. No, give it to us for in the game, or don't make it at all if you don't want to. You don't have to do this. Some people may think I'm salty, but no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm done with this type of nonsense now. There's some exceptions, but not everything needs to be accepted, you know? I used to be totally fine with it, but then I started realizing that this can be in the game. It can be in the game, so stop it. I think gamers need to start changing up their act. Not just me, but other people as well, because we've been getting abused with type of stuff like this. Content as being withheld from us, work a lot of fun pieces of work have been held from us because we need to pay a couple of bucks for it. Fun is basically so expensive these days, and the fun is sometimes boring. Monster Hunter is not a boring game. It's just that I hope they don't get addicted with this idea of charging stuff. Take Square Enix for example. Look at that company. They're now selling NFTs. I don't really know what an NFT is, but still, they focus more on NFTs, and that's separate merch altogether. But when it comes to their games, they're giving crap games. They're still giving crap games. woke games. They're still doing that. And they expect people to pay a lot of money for it. I'm sorry. No. Enough with this type of crap. Stop it, okay? If you want people to support your NFTs or whatever merchandise you're selling, guess what? You gotta be kind to them. So, anyways, that's it for this video. Have a fantastic day. My throat is ebbing away, that's why I have to go. Have a fantastic day. Bye.